Hi, Taurus Moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Taurus, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck here. I've already pre-shuffled. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle a few more times and split the deck, and we will get started. I'm just hearing stable. Being very grounded. All right, so let's see what your first card is. We have is the Death card. So I like this card as your first card because it speaks to the rebirth that is taking place for you. This may also be a situation of things coming to an end where there may be relationships or experiences or situations that you are finalizing and putting to an end, coming into some renewal here. I like this Death card because the horse is in, I feel like seeing this in the shield where it's a part of this death energy here. I do feel that this is kind of speaking to the spirit within oneself and coming into that pure state, wanting to heal and come into something that's of purity, but also having been reflected on the past is where one is finding that purity and allowing that energy to come through oneself and to be able to release any unwanted energies that are no longer serving you. So I'm seeing this horse that's kind of looking to the past here, where normally with the horses that appear in the tarot decks, a majority of them face towards the initiation of moving forward towards the east, where we have this horse facing towards the west. West energy also has to do with transformation as well. And then that color blue, I feel there's a transformation in the area of speaking, communication, something that is taking place, that is happening for you, helping you to strengthen whatever it is in the communication department. I would say also to intellectual as well. You may be gaining some wisdom and knowledge. You may be doing some research. There may be a new endeavor that requires looking into doing some readings or finding articles or papers on certain things, but there's something new here where it's unlike anything that you have done before. I feel it's also speaking for some of you to a consistency level. Now that you are going through continual ascensions, you are beginning to acclimate to that cycle. And as you're leveling up, realizing that the importance of that continuous movement is very vital as a part of your healing and moving into a new cycle. The energy of 13 is here, where that 1 and that 3 adds up to a 4, and that energy of that stableness that I was getting before we pulled this first card is also matching with that. So in that stability, you're finding that stability through the dying process of an old way of being, old mentality, old situations, old people. Something has to go, and we're seeing that here with the Death card as your first card. 13 energy, this is also your polarity energy of Scorpio. So that could be significant for you. That's 8th house energy. And so you could have some significant placements in your 8th chart, in your 8th house of your birth chart as well. And seeing the gold ribbon, I just feel that that kind of speaks to that renewal and that rebirth process that's taking place for you, where you're coming into something new, but it's also, like I said before, unlike anything you've experienced before. And I do feel that even though it feels like the energy of this Death card may not feel so great, but what you're moving into and moving towards, it's like a burning process to be able to get that diamond shine. Also becoming very strong in the crown chakra area there as well too, where I feel there's a very strong connection and tie with the masculine and feminine energy that's connecting within you. And that connection, that trinity energy with that 3 energy coming from that 1 and the 3. The 1 speaking to an ace and a new beginning, and then that 3 energy, I'm getting that crown chakra area where the masculine and feminine are connecting with the divine energy and coming together to bring a force to bring about this death energy as well here too. Just tired of being tired is what I'm hearing, and wanting to have greater change and move into something new that's going to be fulfilling and prosperous for you after learning from past situations that have been a catalyst for transformation and coming into even more of a pure state. Your second card. This may also too be for some of you a passing that's taking place or that has taken place. And that's speaking to regeneration of life that is moving forward into new, where with any kind of passing, there's going to be renewal. So this could also be speaking to, with a passing, a newborn that is coming in. The black and white energy, the yin and yang energy, I'm seeing very strongly there too. So male energy, female energy, that could be interchangeable, where there's a pattern there and that pattern being broken there as well. The second card we have is the Fool card. So I think this is perfect, speaking to that energy that is coming in following that death card and that renewal phase. With 2 major arcanas that are presenting themselves. I do feel that this kind of speaks to the impact of this death cycle and just how major it truly is, which I feel also speaks to the level of work that you have been doing, however and whatever that may look like for you, that inner self-work, where you have been improving yourself and increasing yourself. I feel for most of you, it has a lot to do with the mentality and staying in a positive mindset and seeing the best in every situation. Where in the past, with that Scorpio energy that is present there, I do feel that there just may have been some old cycles of being more on a negative aspect, and possibly there being a lot of secrecy. I would say just some things that are on the lower end vibration type things, dealing with the 8th house of Scorpio, and then coming into that renewal there, where I'm getting this is like a more of a Piscean energy here, seeing all of the zodiacs here. So you may have significant Pisces in your chart, but with that 0 coming into wholeness and the energy of nothingness, being able to create from this nothingness as you are moving forward successfully. But in this full state, I feel with that cycling and the rebirth, being able to be even more confident in oneself, taking a risk, wanting to take more risk, I wouldn't even say wanting to, taking more risk and being more in flight and feeling with your energy, a free spirit who is very colorful. I'm also getting Aquarius energy with this card here too as well, and being very unique in one's appearance, not really giving a damn about what people are saying or how you are being seen. I do feel that there's an importance about how one is sharing and giving and caring for others, but as far as one's representation and feeling through their spirit and having that show on the outer appearance as well, that being a part of that transformation there, seeing that butterfly there. And then the white dog. It's like a spirit animal that may be with you. You may have had a pet in this lifetime or a pet in a past lifetime where this energy is transforming with you. Whether they're currently with you physically or not, I do feel that there is a very strong spirit animal that is always with you. And I'm not getting this as like an ancestor or an angel. I'm getting this as an actual animal spirit that has been connecting with you. And I do feel that with the difference here and the horse, having the horse there and then the dog, that the spirit animal has also been transformative as well, where they've been able to, where they've been in different forms of animals. I'm getting where I'm getting a bird, a rabbit, a cat, antelope. I'm hearing. So I'm just getting different ways that there's been a spirit guide for you, and that could be for some of you who have also had past lives or in this lifetime where you're traveling the world or around the world, or not necessarily completely and totally in the United States. I'm picking up on some quite exotic things, but I think that's pretty cool. I think that just kind of speaks to the expansion of oneself as well, where one has been tapping into their true gift and their true power, being in that balance with the zero state of the masculine, feminine, and divine energy. And this being a part of this, I feel I'm getting this as being above the crown chakra here, this energy here, and the higher self, this being the higher self here. And I feel that this also is being more tapped into with this past full moon phase that we received, and being able to have experienced all of these different zodiac signs throughout lifetimes, or throughout lifetimes, coming into this lifetime and being able to master, coming into a mastery, and whatever resonates with you and what zodiac sign comes to you, I would say that is, and if there's more than one, I feel that for some of you, there's more than one. With the Taurus moon energy here, I do feel that a part of your purpose is about that stability and feeling very deeply and emotionally within yourself how strong that stability really truly means to you and what that means to you beyond the material, beyond the money, and that stability being tied in with that mentality. I'm getting that coming back together there too, and that connection between the stability and the mental state, and that free-spirited energy coming through there. So being in that full state where I feel that the impact from that death energy, and the reason why I said that too is because we go from that 13 into this 0, where 13 goes to 21 in the major arcana for the manifestation phase, and we're automatically going from the 13 into the 0. So this could also be not just speaking to the impact of the cycling of manifesting, but also to two different energies that we have present here who are side by side. So just take it as it resonates. But we could have two different situations where we do have the energy of someone going through a very intense transformation and rebirth with that death energy. And then in that process, you're connecting with a full energy on the outside of you. So that could be possible there too. We'll see what we continue to get as we pull the cards here. But this overall with the first two cards is newness here, which is very good. It's defining that purity energy there that is being presented by that spirit animal that is with you. And also too with the white rose here. The third card we have is the King of Wands. So overall, I'm getting that in this top row here, we're seeing the transformation take place here. And I feel that this, where with your energy of that earth energy and Pentacles energy, I feel that that's also kind of attesting to going beyond the pinnacle, going beyond the material, and in this, how do I want to say it? This part of your purpose in this lifetime is about feeling within your spirit, feeling that fire and tapping into that true essence of just how deep you can really go. I feel that one is discovering just how jazzy and wonderful one truly is, and experiencing this, going through situations that may have caused some pain and some heartbreak, where it may have seemed that way, but it was presented and designed in order for you to come into your power. And so I feel in being that free-spirited energy and knowing and having the wisdom of now what it is that you are able to do and what you're able to manifest, this King of Wands energy is coming from within you and through you and all the way outside of you. I can feel that fire energy, and I could feel it before we even pulled this card. As I said, I just feel that the Pentacles energy that is within you, that's strong and it's stout, and as being a part of your purpose, I do feel very strongly that it's, again, going beyond that Pentacle energy and finding and learning the lessons that it takes in order to explore and to expand, utilizing this King of Wands energy, that fire energy, and that passion and desire from within in order to be able to be in that full spirit and take those leaps of faith and to be your true self. And your true self is coming through right now as this King of Wands energy. Wands energy is fire energy. Leo, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, and Aries. And so there could be some cusping energy here as well too. But I feel that overall with the top three cards, that it just kind of speaks to an ending, what one is coming into and how one is feeling, and transforming from, how one is transforming from this death energy, this cycle here, being in that full state, coming into full power here in that King of Wands. The King of Wands is also one of the kings of the Emperor that makes up the Emperor. And so I feel that this is the choice that one has been making, being in that fire energy to be able to start something new. They're holding a wand here. There's an Ace of Wands here, where I feel that being in their power now and wanting to take a leap of faith, this King of Wands power is being utilized to initiate and to bring in something new, taking action on a new beginning that may have to do with that stability and matters of the home. This could be a very strong builder, someone who may be in construction, engineering, something that has to do with structure and building could be significant. But I do feel that for a lot of you, this is just speaking to the way that one wants to begin a new beginning, coming from that death cycle there, going into that new phase with the full energy, and now building on very sound structure with this King of Wands energy and starting an Ace of Wands energy on a new solid foundation that's being built with a fiery passion and desire behind it. This is a very well-known person as well, who is seen in a great light in the community. There's a lot of accomplishment and a lot to be proud of, and a lot to show for the work that they have actually done, this King of Wands. In an elevation state I'm seeing here, where they're kind of appearing to float or sit on top of this water here. And it looks like fire water, like it's blending with the fire energy. Like these could be volcanoes here too. So that could be significant. Hawaii could be significant. But I'm getting the inner spirit of oneself is beginning to manifest on the outer. And this being a part of a protective aura that's also helping one to be able to move forward in a cycle. Having a lot of fire and passion behind this energy here after going through some intense transformation and a rebirth. Rebirthing into this King of Wands. Your fourth card we have is the Queen of Swords. So I like this. I feel, I don't know, my hands are just moving here, so we're gonna go with the flow here. I think this is really adorable here, because we have what is being seen here as a union. Close these shades here. Get some of that glare off of there. What is being seen here as a union between a Queen of Swords and a King of Wands, with this King of Wands coming into their power and now being able to meet up with the Queen of Swords. But I also feel too that this is kind of speaking to an energy of how one is utilizing their power, being in that full state. So coming into balance with the masculine and the feminine energy connected to the divine, that this is also too how one is using their power, where the King of Wands is that fiery, passionate energy, initiation, and taking action on what they feel very strongly about as far as starting something anew. And then in doing so, I would say with that Queen of Swords energy, being able to cut off what no longer serves them after going through that rebirth cycle and that death energy and releasing what no longer serves them. So being in that Queen of Swords energy, should anything arise that is similar to what was experienced while going through this death cycle, coming into that full energy and just knowing one's worth and one's value, and not in a position where one is backing down after they have come so far, and being able to use this sword of truth there to knock out anything that may try to become an obstacle as far as what is taking place on one's journey. And so in being in that balance, and take it as it resonates, this is all energetic, where we do have, you know, masculine and feminine energy present. But if you're a female, you could be resonating more with the masculine energy. And if you're a male, you could be resonating more with the feminine energy. But I do feel that there's a pairing here between two soulmates. And I feel that the main reason for that is because of that King of Wands coming into their power and coming into balance. And now finding this individual outside of them that is meeting up with them. And it being this Queen of Swords energy, where we will have this Queen of Swords also coming underneath the Death card, and that Queen of Swords also with that mirroring energy, I feel is experiencing the energy of a death cycle and a rebirth as well. Swords energy is air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And then also too, I'm getting a very strong Venus energy. We're with that Libra energy, and then with your energy being ruled by Venus, that coming into play there with that Queen of Swords, and how one has been utilizing their Venusian power, where I feel there's a level of respect as far as the feminine aspect, respecting oneself, and then also respecting other women, and that being a part of that sword energy and living in one's truth. Feeling very strong in that truth. And also too, this Queen of Swords also looks like they are floating. And then that mirroring energy again, we have here with that spirit animal that's here. And then also the white doves. So I feel with the feminine energy, there's where we have the horse and then the dog here, we kind of have a good amount of abundance here in purity. And it could be possibly why this Queen of Swords energy is in the Queen of Swords energy, because of what they have built and gained and how they have healed their mental state and willing to put their sword. I feel this is like an energetic tower that kind of gives a message out to the world. I feel that they're putting this sword of truth to that energy there and that light of this tower here, and possibly bringing in a tower by being in their power. That was a little rhyme there. The queen is one who makes up one of the queens of the Empress. All four queens make up the Empress energy there. So we have both Empress and Emperor energy that is present here, where I'm feeling that also tying into the impact of this death cycle. So overall, too, what I'm getting with the masculine and the feminine energies is that this King of Wands and this Queen of Swords may have been in a cycle before in this lifetime, where I do feel in past lifetimes they have been working together. I do feel that it's possible for some of you that the King of Wands and Queen of Swords went through a particular phase where they were working together and not really realizing that they were working together. And in that working together, I feel subconsciously or in a dream state, in some kind of way where I feel it's more of an energetic feel than actual physical. We have that full energy where I feel both of these energies have kind of come into that being in their power, very strong in their power. But this Queen of Swords is very magical. I'm getting a very flow-through-y type energy, very wispy with that air energy, and I'm hearing ether. There are 5 doves there, so we do have the energy of 5 speaking to change and bringing about change. And with that tower energy, it could be possible too that this Queen of Swords was assisting this King of Wands with this death energy here, seeing the sword going towards the light here, where that light is kind of, I feel, illuminating that death card and that energy there. Also too, I can see a little bit of light behind that death card there, and that energy being in the east, energy of initiation and action, making moves. The Queen of Swords is facing towards the energy of west and that transformation as well, but also to looking, I feel, to the past and putting an end to things, bringing a tower down on things from the past, and that being related to that death energy that's present there. So overall, I would just say this kind of speaks to this death card, and that being the first card, kind of presenting the cycle of oneself and being in the new state of the full energy here, how one is manifesting and how they're moving forward in their journey, being in the balance of a masculine energy with the King of Wands and then a feminine energy with the Queen of Swords. But however this resonates for you, whether you're male or female, if you're male, you're being met up with a female energy outside of you. And if you're female, you're being met up with a male energy that's outside of you. Comfortableness, very assured, and very accomplished. I'm just getting very strongly how this energy is sitting in their throne, where the Queen of Swords is standing. So almost as if the Queen of Swords is bringing in an energy and welcoming in this energy of this King of Wands here. That was in a transformative phase here, because it would be past energy. Going back to that possibility of being in a past cycle together. Let's see what we have. And this is in the 4th placement here too, so Cancerian energy could be significant. The 5th card we have is the 2 of Wands. So with this energy, what I'm getting is that there's 2 individuals here who are coming together and wanting to love each other. I feel that this energy of these 2 soulmates is highly transformative, and because it's so different, that part of the cycling that both of these individuals may have had to go through was very different and unknown, and that being a part of moving through those toxic cycles and moving through into new, where I feel the energy of wanting to move into something new was very passionate and desireful, but moving into that and seeing that and feeling that, and with that being new, just not being very sure of it, and that being a part of this death process and dying to that, and realizing that the love that one has for oneself is actually being reflected in this new full energy coming into a new phase here. And two individuals actually finding each other and wanting to put together and collaborate with this two energy here. I feel that this is also speaking to Two of Cups energy. We don't have cups present, but I feel that kind of speaks to the underlying passion and that feeling that is like the automatic flow that remains within that cups energy. And that being a part of the stable foundation as well. And that's why we don't have, I feel, any cups energy that's present. So with this Two of Wands, I feel that there has been a choice that has been made. There's been some contemplation. And with that Ace of Wands energy, two wands being put together in order to bring in the light. And I feel that this beacon of light with the energy of that King of Wands wanting to initiate and bring into action, and meeting up with a feminine energy who is putting the sword of truth to that tower of light there. That tower of light is shining through on the path, is lighting the path. So being in one's power and being able to activating not just oneself, but also a soulmate energy, and connecting in that way where the soulmate is also helping and assisting. This help and assistance is here in this energy here, which I think is beautiful. It's a breakthrough in the light here, where I'm getting that from the death card here as well. There's a little bit of shining light in each of these cards here. And I almost feel like it's like a follow the yellow brick road type energy with that light energy. Oh my gosh, and there's the rabbit. And please, oh my goodness, I'm gonna Google antelope. I believe this is an antelope, the antelope that I was channeling. And then we also have, this is so awesome, we also have a squirrel here too, so that could be significant. The spirit animals are all here. I feel this is speaking to the uniqueness of getting away from the idea of what a soul family can look like or be, and just being open and expansive to anything that's coming in new that is going to be for your greatest good, and it just may not be in the norm. And so I feel too with this Queen of Swords energy could be seeing a lot of birds like all the time and be surrounded by birds, where this King of Wands, if they see birds, kind of get this energy of that Queen of Swords energy, like they're surrounded with the Queen of Swords energy that's present there. And we have the cat there too. This is amazing. And so I feel that these spirit animals are like the ties between both the masculine and the feminine energies that are present here, and are assisting and guiding both of these individuals, where I feel that this stands for one individual with both the masculine and the feminine energies there, and are kind of guiding and helping these individuals to be able to come together, because they have taken the initiation action of being in their power. And now we have two initiations of action here, where putting those together and coming together, the path is being lit. And this is also too, like, I'm not getting necessarily where the energy of the feminine has to be involved. I feel like this King of Wands and his Ace of Wands energy being met with the divine, taking that leap of faith and being in that full state, is now activating the sunlight that the Queen of Wands has been bringing forth with that sword of truth, and the energy of the soul family being all around. And you can see the birds here too. There's an extra bird here where we do have 6 birds that are appearing. But I do feel, again, that's tied with that Queen of Swords energy there also. It's a combination of the masculine and the feminine, and the path being lit for both of these individuals here. This is super cool. So, you know, if you haven't done much research on spirit animals or guides and you're seeing a lot of animals, and then you're also, I would say, for a lot of you, I'm feeling that you're connecting with the soulmate as you're seeing these particular animals, because these animals are here to bring you together. They're here to help you and another to communicate and to come even more into your power, not even just to come together, but to come even more into your magical superpowers. More fire energy with the wands energy. Leo, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, and Aries. And then that 2 energy again, I was getting strongly a 2 of Cups energy, where each cup is speaking to the Ace of Cups energy, where one individual is filling up their own cup, and then the other individual is filling up their own cup. Those 2 cups coming together and making that power increase even more in that action. Like, I'm almost seeing, too, this King of Wands being elevated, like being on a spaceship, because of the initiation and the way that they're allowing themselves to feel in their power. I'm also seeing the sleeves as like candy canes. So something over the Christmas holiday could be significant that may have taken place here, and being in balance. The triangle, very significant there too. I feel as far as the alchemy that's taking place for this King of Wands and how they are utilizing their energy. Very strong and confident and knowing what it is that they want. I feel a very strong magician energy too here, manifesting this Queen of Swords, where this Queen of Swords is also doing the same. These two are manifesting one another into the physical and being assisted by a soul family of beautiful, beautiful animals. All right, so let's see what your last card is. We have the Page of Swords. So with this Page of Swords coming underneath the King of Wands, I would say that this definitely speaks to this King of Wands, like that watching energy where they're both of these energies are facing. Like the King is full front to looking right at you, and the Queen of Swords is too, but she's also facing towards the west. This energy here, I feel is like the shy guy that's within this King of Wands, where it's a younger energy and it's a page. But with that research and the starting of something new, coming upon new endeavors of intelligence and interest, and tapping in with that full potential and increasing from that, or feeling like it's been full potential, but increasing from that, really realizing that one can go even further. I feel this has to do with that Page of Swords energy there too, and learning something new, and possibly being related to the energetic energy of the healing of the mental state and coming into the power of greater wisdom and knowledge, and tapping into the beginning. I feel like this is the beginning of spirituality, being confident in that and taking a leap of faith on that because of what's been presented by this Queen of Swords energy, with that swords energy present there, and just seeing the magic that one has been bringing in for themselves and how it's appearing in their outside world. The choice being made and contemplation, and now being ready to set something anew here. I feel in an airy way, that ether energy, very strong here with this Page of Swords. This King of Wands could also be in the energy of being spied on, or is possibly spying on this Queen of Swords energy here. After, I would say, like, just experiencing the delight and flight of the magical presence that's taking place, having tapped into this energy and taking a leap of faith on following one's true spirit. And just kind of being very sure and steady about what one is wanting to do. But like, I'm getting Knight of Pentacles energy here too as well. That Sun energy is present here as well, right there. And then also too, we have 2 birds that are on top of the sword. And so that extra bird that I was getting, Like I'm just getting some kind of affinity and communication as far as birds are concerned. And so actually what I'm getting is this being a part of that new beginning of that spirituality, and the King of Wands trusting what it is that they are seeing around them, where it's the energetic flow of this Queen of Swords who is communicating with that sunlight energy, and then also too with the birds, getting that very strongly. And so I feel this is speaking to that new onset for this King of Wands here, coming into their spirituality and trusting what it is that they're seeing around them with these two blue birds here. Blue is very significant in color for the throat chakra. And so I feel that that's also speaking to the communication that is coming in, but I feel it's a unique kind of communication that's taking place. There's also this energy of shining here where there isn't that energy of that as well. So I'm getting like a high priestess energy as well. And that tying into that Hierophant energy, where the Hierophant and the High Priestess are counterparts as well. So coming upon a new sense of cycling, but beginning that cycle and that leap of faith, following into the spirituality realm here and elevating. Wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, let's see. We'll see what's on the bottom. Yeah. I was kind of getting that. I want to keep this at a high level, but I feel that with this Nine of Wands, this kind of speaks to that completion that's coming in and getting past those burdens. That wand energy, very significant, and how one is seeing the light and being shown the path that is guiding them, being in their fire, and also trusting the energy of the Queen of Swords here that is tapping the truth to this Tower of Light here, showing for that path here. The Nine of Wands energy here, I do feel, is this King of Wands. And that just kind of speaking to where this King of Wands has come from and how one is moving through a cycle, coming into that death energy and putting this to rest. A completion, 9, speak to completion. Also a very strong humanitarian. This Nine of Wands had their back to the sun. They no longer have their back to the sun here. They're seeing the light, provided also too by the Queen of Swords, but also mainly from within, the light from within themselves. Seeing this on the outside, where that outside help is helping to bring in that light, the Queen of Swords, and then the soul family, and starting something anew after being in this Nine of Wands energy. Coming out of this, the wounded warrior energy, this is Chiron energy as well. More fire energy. The fiery passion is very strong and wanting to, I feel, definitely the propeller to moving into that death card and wanting something new and balanced. And I was trying to see if I was picking up on any energies of the wands, but I feel like this overall just kind of speaks to this Nine of Wands and how many times they have actually tried. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. They tried again and they tried again, and this time they've hit the jackpot. Wonderful. So, Taurus moons, this was your reading. I hope that this reading was enlightening and helpful and brought some insight and clarity to what is currently taking place on one's journey. I do think it is quite an interesting reading that kind of speaks to the path of the masculine and the feminine energy and how this is all coming to play, but also to speaking to the strength of the feminine and how they're actually able to shine the light by being in truth and helping this King of Wands to come even more into their power and truth as well, and that purity with the spirituality and loving oneself unconditionally, and in doing so having something completely, totally majestic and magical take place in their life that is going to benefit not just them but the entire world. So I thank you all so much for being here. I hope everyone has been having a wonderful holiday season. I send you all my love and I wish you all the best. Do take great care. I love you. Peace.